So the story continues, but the applause now becomes absence. Now the applause becomes survival. Now the applause on the outside becomes disappearance on the inside. The visibility on the outside becomes invisibility on the inside. It almost, if not entirely, feels like betrayal to the self, because you created, or I created, two versions of myself. I created an external version, the one that performed, the one that showed up to school, to his parents, to his friends, to the church, community, later to university, to work, and it's always was hyper vigilant, over performing, showing up. And what I got in exchange was admiration, respect, flattery, but another version of me existed on the inside, that was hiding, that was angry, that was shrinking, that was rebelling on the inside, that felt depressed, as in depressed, like depressed my own truth, anxious, unsafe, and what really happened from a psyche point of view is that when something like this happens, I split into two, not just on the inside, but actual energetic split. So the performative side of me stayed surviving, stayed alive. It was important to stay alive in the body, performing all the tasks to perfection, at an expense, obviously. It wasn't fun. But also the other side of me that split almost went above the performative version of me and was watching from top. The creative side, the authentic side, the playful side, the innocent part of me was watching from a top view. And that is very, very painful, because the split is what I would call the separation. This was possibly at the age of 16, so that was about 8 years later. So it took about 8 years for that split to fully become form, becomes a life, becomes a way of living. And I felt always separated from myself. And the separation from myself naturally caused separation from everyone around me. I lived experiences, but they always felt something was missing, something wasn't sitting well, something wasn't sitting right because of that split. It's very excruciating from a psyche point of view, and it affects the biology later in my life. When I went into my 30s and 40s, it affects, the physicality of things. It affects relationships, affects everything, because you start seeing yourself as split and experiencing life as split between those two, survival and the part that was lost but stayed present, so that one day the whole mechanism shatter into pieces and the dynamics entirely change. And that was years later. So that's the story for now, but more to come.